Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tua sets up to pass it. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. This defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now Tua. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Falcons 0.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Sets up the screen to Robinson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Exit 3rd down and 10.
Ready. Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. But you look at this defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got his man, London, right side. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Commanders 7, Falcons 0.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watkins. And he will find his man, Samuel. And down inside the 15 he goes. On 1st down, Watkins. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Turbo
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Intercepted by the Commanders. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Watkins, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Terry McLaurin. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Yard line.
A give to Gibson running right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Gibson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game, but ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Hunter Henry brings it in. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football.
Touchdown, Washington. Hayden Hurst. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Falcons, nothing.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Robinson up the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2 is thrown into the hands of Pitts here. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A gain of 32 that time. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Commanders.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw. Watkins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
To throw on 3rd down. Watkins. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watkins. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 1st down, Watkins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. A final shot before break. Watkins. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by... brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Here's Koo to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the 1st half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Watkins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
At the 17-yard line.
Ready?
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit.
He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
This 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Robinson.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And, I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback. Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and it's a gain of 6.
4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
From midfield, here's Tua. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He was covered by Jamin Davis.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and this defense will take over right at midfield.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
At the Falcons' 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Watkins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man here, the tight end, Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 21 yards away.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack
as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The end result, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Operating from the gun, Watkins. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Commanders 52, Falcons nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Solo left Zion. Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to pass. Tua.
Got his man. It's Fehoko.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yards.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Go ahead.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Tua sets up to pass it. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And